came down the driveway, and these two huge oak trees were here, and there was a little tiny tire swing hanging from this oak tree. And when I saw that, I really didn't even have to see the rest of the house. It was just perfect.
Come on, cows.
Brian grew up, right near O'Hare Airport, and I'm from Waukegan, and so when we had gone to school in DeKalb, DeKalb seemed like out in the country to both of us, and like I said, my mom grew up on a farm, so I had some experiences as a child of going to a farm, but Brian had really never even seen a farm or seen anything besides a huge urban area. I mean, what's the likelihood of two people from the city, who don't know anything about, you name it, about living in a farm or growing anything from a seed or, feeding any kind of animal besides a cat or a dog. I mean, zero. But we really thought that this is what we wanted and the kind of environment we wanted to raise our children in.
Brian and Katharine Corley have done what we've all dreamed of doing, at least once in our lives: move to the country and become farmers. Since 1987, they have lived on 22 acres near Melvin, Illinois, with geese, turkeys, horses, cattle, 7 pygmy goats, 12 cats, 2 pigs named John and Carol, and a stray dog. And, quite by accident, they become organic chicken farmers.
When we decided to start our family, one thing that was always in that 5-year plan that we made, a long, long time ago, was that if we could figure out a way to be able to stay at home with our children, that was the #1 priority. Every single day that comes across our mind, and every single day that's an important priority for us. We were interested in farming, and we lived out in the country, but the idea of really becoming a commercial kind of a farm wasn't really in that 5-year plan. But when I wanted to be able to stay home with our kids, we needed to find a way to generate a little bit, at least, of extra income to make that happen.
Brian? Brian? He's coming by you. Jake wants to be by you.
When we started growing the chickens, we were doing it using an organic method just because that's what we wanted for our own family. And then we started producing more than we could eat and selling them to strawberry fields, for example, in Champaign. And the feedback we started getting from people was that they do taste a lot better than the conventional chicken that you get in the store. People describe it as a more full flavor.
Our customers are maybe couples who used to be farmers, or people who lived on farms as children who remember how chicken really used to taste. And when they taste our chicken, they say that it brings back a lot of those childhood memories of oh yeah, that's how chicken on the farm used to taste.
Brian works full-time as a school psychologist. He's the one who actually raises the chickens. Katharine has a full-time job raising the kids, marketing chickens over the phone, and answering people's questions about organic farming. As city kids on the farm, they learned by doing.
So we didn't really know how it was supposed to be done, so we kind of just figured we'd do it the way we thought we'd want it done, for ourselves, for our own family. And Katharine went to a fruit and vegetable growers convention a couple years ago, and by accident ran into some people who were beginning an organic farming group here in Illinois. And between talking with them, going down and talking with the Amish down near Arthur and Arcola, and studying the way farming was done before World War II, we were able to figure out how to grow poultry without the use of synthetics.
The Corley's goal is to develop an integrated organic farm where each component fits with all the others. They want to share their success and faith in organic family farming with others.
As each month passes, there seems to be more and more people interested, and our sales increase more and more. We're at the point now where we sell about 500 birds a month, and so we're planning to expand next year and produce more than the 3,000 chickens that we typically produce. once we get to that level, then what we hope to do is to help other people who are interested in organic farming, teach them what we've done and help them avoid the pitfalls and mistakes that we made during the first 3 years of learning, and then let the supply expand that way through other farms producing organic poultry and other, livestock as well.
There's many times when, Hannah's in the backpack and Jake is there and we're out, especially if it's maybe a time when we're going to be shipping chickens, or, it's gotten really cold and you have to go out in the night and do something, or, different things like that. And Brian and I will just look at each other and think, man, 10 years ago, we were, sitting in the dorms at NIU or whatever, and, did you ever think that you'd be sitting here with your 2 little kids out in the middle, in Melvin, Illinois, in the middle of the night in some freezing barn, figuring out how to make these chickens stay in this area or something, and we laugh about that a lot. And then, other times we wonder what would we be doing, if we hadn't gone for it and done what we wanted to do. I mean, we used to sit around and think, well, wouldn't it be cool if, you could live in a farm and you could do this and you could, you can do basically whatever you want to do because you don't have neighbors next door watching you. I mean, you can just be and do what you want to do, and wouldn't that be neat?
Chicken train, running all day. Chicken train, running all day. Chicken train, running all day. I can't get on, I can't get off. Chicken train, take a chicken away.